Hello everybody, it's Dave from Eerie Arachnids. Welcome back to the channel once again. We are in Africa. We are going to feed some serious African stuff. I am not guaranteeing any takedowns or any completely visualization of the spiders themselves. I probably can guarantee the Harpactira namaquiensis probably for sure. Other than that, I don't know. But we're going to start with the Tarantula lugardi here. This is a rather large roach for this one. This one's not eaten in a while, so I'd like to get this one fed something decent, see if it'll come out. It's been out recently, so I know it's hungry. It does look like it's molted recently too. This one is a molt hoarder, so when it molts you never find them, but you can tell because the spider's a little bit bigger and a little bit skinnier, and right there is the entrance to the L burrow. There you go. The Fort Hall baboon, takedown number 1. Good job, buddy. I love it. So let's hit the rest of them up. Okay, so here is one of the Tarantula murinus tetes. We'll see if we can't get this one to come out. I just never know whether they're going to or not with these worms, especially when I'm moving the enclosure around like that, because it's kind of creating vibrations they're not real fond of. But we're gonna have to give these guys time, so this is probably gonna either be a long one video or a two-parter, just because of the amount of African species we will be feeding. The ones that we will not be feeding, the Augustofelis ezendami, just ate the other day. The Harpactira pulchripes is in premolt. We're gonna try the little baby slings too. So the kigomas, the mykumis, the 4 little usambaras, the darlingi, marshali, the Ediothelamiras. We'll try all of them, as well as all these Tarantula murinus, different localities. So the Tetes 3, Mozambique 2, and then we also have the Stratojaris sanderi, 2 marshalis, sanderi, 2 brachycephalus, of course 2 darlingi, the marshali that I said. We do have a spider that is starting to show a little bit of interest in your lower right hand side. There is where it will come out. You can see that little entrance right there. Yeah, I think that's it for the ones that we won't be, or just a few of them that we won't be trying to feed. But we still have tons of other stuff. I've already filmed, I don't know, about 5 or 6 spiders for another feeding video. We still have a ton more that need to be fed. Oh, there you are, gorgeous. Come on out. Oh, you're getting big. Oh, look at you. Look at that. Oops, sorry guys. I hit the wrong button. I wanted to hit the camera button. There you go. Nice. Beautiful. I don't get to see them out very often fully like that, so when I do, it's a treat. So that was one of the tetes. I think this is number 3. So this was actually the smallest one out of all of them that came in, and he or she looks to be much larger, so I'm sure there's a molt or 2 down inside the burrow. Okay, so here's the Stratojaris sanderi. We're probably going to feed a lot of worms because the worms draw them out a little bit, and I don't have to worry about them running down a burrow like the red runners, but we will do some red runner feeding, especially of the small slings. There you are, gorgeous, beautiful. I just love these African species. You just can't go wrong with them at all. So that was the Stratojaris sanderi. I'm not sure who's next. We're just going randomly between Stratojaris, Tarantula here, so and Harpactira. We have 1 Harpactira to feed, so let's see who we're going to grab next. Okay, this is another Stratojaris species. This is the brachycephalus. We'll see if this one wants to eat. I've been waiting for this one to molt, and I honestly can't tell you if it has or it hasn't. I didn't think it would eat the last time that I fed it, but there we go. See it? Beautiful. Nummy, nummy, nummy. Most of these you're going to see this kind of behavior. They come out of the burrow, grab, and then yank back in. This one seems to like to yank back in and then come right back out again. see if we can move it without going back in. There it is. This one usually does this. It's not shiny like it used to be, so I'm assuming that it molted. It is bigger, but I don't see a molt in there anywhere. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I just don't see it. All right, let's move on. Okay, this is another Tarantula murinus. This is the one that I've mislabeled. I'm pretty sure this is a tete, but it's marked as a Mozambique. So we're going to find out, see if this one will come out. Yes, it's going to, right there. This looks like a, yeah, it looks tete. Look at that, so fast and quick, but beautiful spiders. Just absolutely, again, just absolutely adore these things. So we're going to get a Mozambique out, see if we can't get a visual on that one. But first we're going to feed another Brachycephalus and a Harpactira namaquiensis. The second Chordatus Brachycephalus. We'll see if that worm will coax it out. Gotta watch these little worms, they're pretty damn quick. It is getting ready to come out though. Come on up. Here we come. There you go. This will be a quick disappearance of a worm. There you go. Nice. Alrighty. Okay, so here's the Harpactira namaquiensis. We'll put the worm right up here and see if we can. That worm crawls up on top of the skeleton. That'll be a good takedown, but the spider seems a little nervous. There you go. Sorry, it's not so, the lighting's not so great. Let me turn this one off for a second, see if this helps. And not much, huh? Where are the spiders at? There we go. Look at that thing. Yeah, this one's been a treat. I mean, I really haven't had much, never had a threat pose out of it. It just likes to wander a bit. It just doesn't want to dig. You can see it's, I'll show you, it's just kind of webbed the surface of everything over. It likes to stay in this area right here quite a bit, but it is everywhere. I mean, it's a wanderer. So one of my favorites as far as the baboons are concerned, at least character-wise anyway. Sorry, I'm so sorry about this crazy camera going everywhere. I'm trying to set it back up for you there, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful spider. Really, really good eater. Don't have to worry about them too much. They get decent size. So yeah, again, I believe this. I'm pretty positive this is a female. Definitely, I believe ventrally it's female, but I can't remember if I ventrally sexed this one, or I mean, yeah, molt sexed this one yet or not. Now look at that thing, huh? Get another picture here. Awesome. Okay, we got more to go. Okay, guys, so here's the Chordatus meridionalis. Let's see if it'll come out for this worm. Yeah, well, it didn't come out. Just waited for the worm to come to it, I guess. That was pretty quick. Sorry for the lack of footage, but we did see some feet. Not much of the feet, but we did see a little bit, so let's move on. We still have some more to go. Okay, so here is Tarantula murinus tete number 1. I'd like to find a decent worm for it here. Well, these ones down lower are kind of small. Let's try you. Sometimes they come out very, very quickly. Sometimes they come out very, very slowly. Sometimes they don't come out at all. Now the 3 tetes and the 3 Mozambiques all came in at the same time. They came from Austin Spears through one of his imports. And these 2 here, generally, this one and the one that I just tried to film, it didn't work out, the Mozambique #1, generally are pretty good about feeding. So I wonder if this one may have molted also, just because that one did. Okay, I love these things. I just wish they would come out all the time. You just sit on top of something and let me stare at them. But they don't. I'd like to actually have room just for the African species so that they could all be on one shelf someplace where they're not blocked or stacked. And for me to accomplish that would mean to eliminate a lot of spiders in my collection, which is a very, very good possibility of happening sometime in the near future. Okay, Mr. Worm, so spider's not coming to get you, so you're coming out. And we'll leave that as a no-show. Okay, so this is one of the 2 that are in question on whether it's the Mozambique or the Tete. This is the first time I've ever mislabeled my tarantulas ever. It's kind of depressing, actually, because it had to be these ones, you know, because they can be a little bit hard to discern until they're a little bit bigger. So we'll just have to play the waiting game, but we'll see if this one is interested in coming out. The last one, the one that is a Mozambique for sure, did not want to come out, so we don't have a comparison picture yet. But they do look really, really close right now as far as colorations, but the Mozambiques seem to be a tad bit darker and not as, I don't know, coppery or bronzy, I guess. I haven't seen this one in a little while either. I don't really get concerned when I don't see the African species for a while, because they will stay inside of a burrow or a web funnel or whatever for a while if they are in a pre-molt condition or after they molt. They're not like some of the New World, like Canthoscurias and Nandus and stuff like that, that'll feed real close up to a molt and then feed real, quickly after a molt. They seem to take a little bit of time. At least, in my experience with the ones that I have here, they have been taking a little bit of time. And this one seems that it's taking enough time that it doesn't want to come out at all. So we're going to have 2 no-shows in a row. That just kind of sucks for me. So we'll have the... we'll try the Stratogyrus marshalli and the Stratogyrus darlingi in the baseball cubes next, and then we'll move on to the slings in the drambiles and see what we can get out of them, and then we'll wrap this video up. So, okay, we'll try the Stratogyrus marshalli. Little red runner in there. Like to get this marshalli and the darlingi that are in the baseball cubes into something a little bit bigger. Not that they really necessarily need it right now, but it'll just help me. Oh, come on. You have to watch sometimes when you feed red runners with spiders that web up a lot, that they don't crawl right out the sides, as you just, you didn't see it, but it was fixing to. You might not live if you go down there. I wouldn't advise it. What I would advise is you going over to that big hole on the right hand side there, putting some garlic and butter on yourself. Oh, goodbye. And there we go. And making yourself a nice yummy treat. But there we see the beautiful marshalli, darker, other than the darlingi. Darlingi is a little bit more brownish as slings than the marshallies are. And I do believe as they get older too, the marshallies are a little bit darker overall, where, you know, your darlingis have a few other colors in them. I mean, they're not completely dark, but you know, you see the back in, back out, back in, back out, back in, back out. I'm glad it ate. I'm glad you guys got to see it at least, even though you didn't get to see the takedown. So we got the Tarantula chordatus coming up here, and then we got the little sling. So let's get all this done so that I can put everybody away, get everybody watered up, go to bed. We'll cut this video. I don't think I really have to do much editing. It's going to be long though, so I know people have been pining for a long video from me for a while, so hopefully this will satisfy everybody for a little bit anyway. People like the African videos, so alright. You going to come out one more quick time, or are you just going to sit there with your butt out? That's it. All done? Okay. Okay, so here's one of the Tarantula murinus kigomas. So we'll throw a small little, oh, that red runner went right down the burrow. I mean, like right down the burrow. You can see there's a molt right there that let me get the tweezers out and the molt out anyway. So yeah, these are going to be a little bit more difficult to feed because they do have the burrows like this, and sometimes the red runner is going to go right down the burrow. We're not going to be able to see the spider, but that's the #1 kigoma, I believe. Nope, sorry, number 2. Okay, so this is the Tarantula murinus kigoma #1. I'll try to do this the best I can without shaking too much. Yeah, I've had a lot of new subscribers that don't really know my history. So if you see a video and you see it shaking a lot and it upsets you and makes you mad, understand that I have a disease that's called myotonic dystrophy, which is a low-grade form of muscular dystrophy. It affects my upper body quite a bit. It does create some shaking with fine motor skills, especially doing stuff like this. And it's when your muscles are tightened. So my arms, you know, muscles being tightened to hold the enclosure like this and try to do it still. Imagine your muscles are like concrete. Well, what happens is mine lose a connection, and they're constantly wanting to loosen and tighten, loosen and tighten. That's where I'm getting the shaking from. And I get some very, very bad cramps. All upper body stuff, you know, along the sides of my rib cage, my neck, my upper back, around the back side of my neck, down into my pecs. In that area, I get a lot of cramps, and of course down the arms. So that's a lot of people don't know, again, that I don't think I've talked about it for a couple thousand, not a couple thousand, maybe a few hundred, couple hundred subscribers. So people that are new wouldn't know. Okay, so that's 2 that didn't eat. Okay, this is Tarantula murinus Mikumi locale #2. Get one of these ones to feed anyway. And the last handful of spiders I tried to feed have not cooperated at all. This one's a little bit more reclusive than the other one is. Nothing. It kind of sucks. As you can see, this is basically what they're in. They're in a 50-dram vial. These ones are about halfway full with dirt. The kigomas are about 3/4 of the way full. And the Usambara is about halfway too. Okay, this is Tarantula murinus Mikumi number 1. See if maybe this one will come out there. At least we got one to come out anyway. Real quick one. Alright, now we have the Usambaras, and one will end with the last Ediothalamira, and hopefully we'll get some takedowns out of those. Okay, so here is the Tarantula murinus Usambara. This is number 1. I just never know when these guys are going to eat and when they're not. I mean, even though they're OBTs, little tiny babies, doesn't mean they're great eaters. Again, we can't do the little experiment with feeding yet until they get a little bit bigger. Because right now they aren't much bigger than a nymph. These are only second, instar, third at the most. So they're still kind of tiny. Alright, that one didn't want to come out. We'll try the other 3. Okay, so here's number 3 of the Tarantula murinus. Usambaras. Be nice to have at least one of these ones come out and eat, huh? This first half of the video went real good. The second half of the video really kind of sucked. Hopefully the Ediothalamira at the very end will finish it off well. Alright, well, I need to find 2 more baby nymph roaches and feed the last 2 and see what happens. Okay, here's number 4. They just do not want to come out. I'm sure when I wake up tomorrow morning these roaches will be gone. Now these little guys are still finding their footing in the world and probably still a little bit unsure of themselves, so even though they've all eaten twice, this is the 3rd feeding I've had with them. I've only, I think, seen 1, maybe 2 out of the 4 or out of the 8 feedings. I've actually seen the spider take something. So okay, we're going to feed the last one. Okay, so this one you're going to see. This is number 2. This is the one I worry about a little bit more. It seems to be more moisture dependent than the other ones. I'm not really quite sure why. It does like its water. It seems to be up. It hasn't dug a thing, and it likes to climb up the side of the enclosure and sit at the very top. That's where it just was, so I had to get it to come down, and I don't really want to mess with it too much because that little roach may run behind it, spook it, and it will fly right out of here. So we definitely don't want that, but I want to at least give you a look at what they actually look like. Little tiny guys, kind of blackish legs with a little bit of hint of orange on their abdomen. I don't know where the roach went. Right on the roach is way over here, so I'm not going to really chance it. So well, that's that one. Again, they all could be getting ready to molt too, so that's probably why they're not eating. But let's finish with the Ediothalamira and cross our fingers that we get something that's actually going to give us a good takedown. Okay, here's the Ediothalamira, last one. Hopefully we'll get it on frame. Hopefully it will eat. That's the little area that it's at, right in that corner there. bit of excitement right in that area right there. Let's see what happens. Oh, missed it. Let's try again, buddy. You can see it's using that leaf as the lid for its trap door. Being very, very quiet while I'm chasing this roach around. I'm really surprised that it's ready. There we go. So I don't know if we'll be able to. You can see the webbing underneath there of the leaf. It just kind of covers up those beautiful blue feet. Good way to end it. Let me try and get a close-up. Okay, so there you can see the beautiful blue feet of the Ediothelomira. A good takedown. Real happy. I hope you guys enjoyed the African video, feeding video. Shouldn't say African video, but the African feeding video. Just to give you just a real quick. Let's see who didn't eat. Sradjar's darlingi female, the small one, the Marshali did not eat. The Harpactira pulchripes is in premolt. The two Mozambiques, neither of those ate. Who else? And we still see him way back inside there now. There's a booty. Of course, you guys saw the slings there. We had problems with those. The chordatus. There were a handful towards the end that did not want to eat for us. But we got some decent stuff and a lot of good footage and a long video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think of this video, please, down below. It helps me when I get comments and feedback. I don't get a lot. I mean, I get very, very small amount compared to what other people are getting. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and look me up on YouTube at Eerie Arachnids. Talk to me there. I don't get a lot of people talk to me over there either. That's someplace I'd like to have more interaction is on Instagram. Let me know what you'd be interested in seeing or what you're looking forward to seeing, and oh yeah, we did see the Marshali, didn't we? Yeah, I need more people to talk. Ask some questions. Just give me some thoughts, and we'll go from there. Again, I hope. I'm sorry it's been a while since I've filmed, but again, life is very, very hectic right now. It's especially with me being ill the way I was. Still trying to go to work and deal with all that stuff at the same time. We have an update on the Salmopaeus pulcher. We'll do an update video next. But my Salmopaeus pulcher female ate her egg sac somewhere between day 22 and day 30. So I was a little distraught about that as well. That kind of really upset me. And you kind of question, what the heck you're doing here. Why I can't get viable egg sacs, although I haven't really had all that many. But yeah, that one kind of hurt. So yeah, look for an update video. Will be next. So we'll update you on some molts. We'll feed some of the larger females, Gramostole pulchripes, Brachypelma albopilosum, Brachypelma bamii would be ready to eat. The Nandu colorados Yeah, Nandu Colorado Bolosis female, just molted, won't be ready to eat, but we'll get some. She's very, very beautiful. Lasiodora paribana should be ready to eat. We'll update you on the Elbiceps. We're going to be doing a Brachypelma video very soon too. That was a requested video. And yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, my Samopaeus ecclesiasticus molted, so that's kind of cool. But yeah. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I still need to do the 2K subscriber giveaway drawing, so we're going to be doing that real quick. Like every time I think about it, I realize I have to go in and get all the names taken care of. We'll go traditional. Maybe we'll just put names in the hat this time. Everybody uses the randomizer. I don't know what we'll do. I'll bring the computer in here and put on the randomizer. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but we'll be doing that real soon. So if you haven't, go to that video, look up the 2K subscriber giveaway video, and watch the video, and then do the things that it asked for you to do, and get entered into that. It's international, so anybody can get into it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Oh, happy keeping.